In this video, I'm working with Priya, and she's a senior manager in business. And one of the things she wanted to work on was becoming better at remembering information in business. As this session progressed, really the techniques that started to come out was helping her set up a strategy using submodalities, spatial anchoring and analog marking to really remember the important information. The video is about 15 minutes long, and just take your time. Remember, with these videos, you can always go forward, you go back, use them, watch them a few times, because there's a lot of information in there. And I hope you enjoy.
I feel that, when I'm in front of the visual board, that they're all there, but when I just walk away from it, I kind of forget the numbers and,
Right, so close your eyes and look at the visual board.
Okay.
Close your eyes and look at the visual board. See how it looks, feel how you feel, hear how it sounds. Now take a big picture of that. Then take that picture. Now if you got one that you saw recently, and can you make out the KPIs, can you see it? Yeah? Now turn them up, make it big again. Make it neon. Have it blinking at you. Yeah, the KPIs of that. And put some music in it, put some sound in it. And really connect with it. Because when we're remembering things, we make submodalities that are very, very big and bright and bold. When we're forgetting stuff, we shrink it down into wee tiny pictures. So start to feel that now. And then go back to another time. And then look at that board again, look at the figures again. And then take the same thing, take the picture into your brain, and then make it really big. That's it. Make it 3D. Add some sound to that. Turn up the feelings. And it's feelings of confidence. Even more than that. And then just open your eyes. Because what happens is we look at things and then we don't make a conscious effort to go remember. If I tell you, and you may have done this with your children, don't forget your homework. Don't forget your homework. What happens when you say don't forget your homework? I mustn't forget this. If you tell yourself to forget, always tell yourself that you'll remember. Change it to remember. So look what, all that was missing there, now see how this was a strategy? All that was missing there was a little how-to. So now, even when you went back to these KPIs, can you see these KPIs now? They were already there. You thought you'd forgotten them. But she wouldn't have been able to tell me about it if she'd forgotten about them. Does that make sense?
It's there, but it doesn't come to me when I need it.
Okay, so when do you need it?
When we're talking in a meeting and if
Okay,
I want to make a
right,
point.
so close your eyes. We'll just take you through the process and imagine talking in a meeting. And imagine when you're talking in a meeting now, what's specific? Now this isn't any old meeting, is it? This is the meeting when there's these KPIs or any other information you need. So what I want you to do is I want you to consciously open the file in your head for all the information you need for that meeting. And just let the matrix bring it in front of you. And show me where the KPIs are now. What other information do you need for that meeting? Bring it out. Okay, so just read through the KPIs. Tell me what information's there.
There's volume, revenue.
Right, so give me some figures.
So 5 million.
Give me some of the other figures.
D&D.
And point to them when you see them. Point them. You're not going to be pointing to them in meetings, but you can maybe point to them in the air.
Yeah.
Without putting it. So see if you can point without putting your hand so far out. Right? And just point to them. And read through them.
So there is D&D, and it's $1 million, and there there is our NPS. Yeah,
Okay, and what are the figures that are there?
it's a percentage. That's 70%. And there is IQ, which should be 94%.
And what is it at? It should be. What is it actually at?
It's today at 92%.
Okay.
That's at the big of 5.
So you now have a strategy to bring that information out anytime you require it in a meeting. You just bring it from the back of your head, project it in front of you, and read it. And then just open your eyes. And you can do this without even closing your eyes. So what I want you to do is just point to where the KPIs now. Just do the KPIs out with your fingers. So you can be talking, and you see you can talk, and you can say, well, we've got that. So you can actually be talking. So talk to me. Just talk me through where the numbers are again, and point to them as you're doing. To point to each one as you do so.
So talking about revenue, which is at 5 million. And then we're talking about IQ, which is at 92, should be 94. And we're talking about NPS, it should be 70, the trading 37.
So I want you now to separate this a bit, so that you're doing it very close together. I want you so you make it free. We're talking about this, then we're talking about this, then we're talking about this. So do that with me.
Talking about volume,
Yeah.
and then talking about revenue, and we're talking about NPS, IQ, and DN.
Okay. So I will still I want it so it's really clear for me. So maybe it can be do. This is called analog marking that we'll be covering later on. So do it again. So we're talking about this.
Yeah.
So move your figures into these places.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And tell me the amounts.
So revenue, 5 million. Volume, I can't remember the figure.
Okay. No. I can't remember. Close your eyes for a second, and just see it. Because it's there, isn't it? Make it big. Or move it up from where it was before. Put your hand to where it was before and bring it into that place there. Okay, go back to the other ones.
Okay. So D&D, million.
Yeah.
IQ, 94. And NPS, 70.
Okay, so go backwards. Start with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's that one?
IQ,
Yeah. What number is it?
it's okay. So IQ, which is 92, should be 94. Then there is NPS, which is 70. Sorry, which is currently 37 and should be 70. And then you have D&D, 1 million, and we are bang on target. Volume, and there are 2 targets to volume. One is which is weekly, and I think I'm getting stuck with that. And I'm not
Okay,
looking
so
at
put it to 2 then. Show me the weekly and what's the other one? Split it.
Okay, so I only remember the weekly. I can't
Okay,
remember
no, but just remember the weekly.
Okay, so this is around 2,000 FTs,
Yeah.
and then there is revenue, which is 5 million.
Okay. So can you see you've got a strategy of splitting everything, and you've got the weekly one here, and you can have the other one. You can have these papers with you, but can you see what happens when you actually spatially put them in places? And if you do that every time you give these figures, can you see how easy it is to, what's that one?
That's revenue, volume, NPS, IQ, DND.
Okay. So you can change the figures there because you know the space of them now. And this is one of the quickest ways to learn things, is to learn it spatially. Now this comes from, it was a Greek guy in Syros way back in Greek times, and there was this big dinner party thing that all these guys attended, and the roof collapsed and they were all killed. And this guy was able to give the names of everyone that was at the dinner party by remembering where they sat at the table. So it's called, so this is using your submodalities to remember. So this is actually moving into the, so again, just go through that again. Go through that again. Just go through with,
So revenue, volume, IQ, NPS, DNA.
So what other things have you to remember? What other things have you specifically to remember?
So I feel that, you know, when it comes to my subject, I remember, but when it comes to maybe I just block my mind.
Yeah, okay. So
When it comes to
what?
figures and numbers, where
For whom?
for the organization at large.
Right, so where does it fit in with you?
So it's important, but I guess I'm putting it somewhere at the back, you know, I'm
Okay.
not giving it the importance.
Okay.
And that makes me nervous.
Right, okay. So this is something you used to do, but now you understand the importance of giving something your attention, yeah? So what I want you to do is to close your eyes for a moment, and I want you to see how you look, feel how you feel, hear how you sound, as you imagine yourself now in a meeting, in the future. And when you get figures that are important, you can look at the figures, and you're going to do this after you finish with your eyes closed, but I do want you to do an eyes closed process first of all. Imagine looking at the figures and putting them straight up into a space where you can find them easily in front of you. So it could be different headings, I don't know, it could be different files. People sometimes, they've all got their own specific ways of doing this. So as soon as you've got your own way of knowing where you're going to put that information, just give me a nod. That's it. Okay? So just keeping your eyes open, just imagine yourself in a meeting now, and someone's telling you something, and how are you going to file that so you can get it easily? So you can look at the figures and then you can put them in. And then you can look and you can put them in. And you can look and you can put them in. Now I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know where you're going to do it. But you can see, but just taking that by paying attention and then making a big picture of the figures, how much easier they are to remember. Especially when you make them big, colourful, and connect a feeling with it. Okay? And connect a sound. So just close your eyes for a moment and take yourself into the last meeting where you maybe struggled to remember figures. And run through and actually be amazed at what you did remember. And then file them in the place that's right for you to be able to retrieve them easily and effortlessly by making them big and connecting a feeling. So you make them big. And what's happening now? Start to tell me some of the things that you thought you'd forgotten but you've actually remembered easier than you believed possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so just give us the figures. Just tell people here. Just open your eyes and give people the figures.
So, what, you want me to give the context? Or?
Yes, yeah, you can tell me, yeah. What did you experience there?
Okay. So basically what happens with me is like I can, salaries and all those numbers are always there, but when it comes to another subject where you're getting into, you know, say,
Yeah, So what did you do there? What did you do in that exercise there?
oh,
What did you do when
Just
you put
now?
to remember?
so I just try to bring it closer to me. I just try to, you know, and
So
then
instead of pushing it away, you went,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
And what happened when you brought, so give me an example of what you brought
so
closer
it
there.
just felt that these are like as important, or my numbers, and not to do with another department, and then it just kind of,
And were you able to remember some of these numbers? So give us an example of what you remembered there.
okay, so it's basically around, again, there's a project that we're working on, and it's IQ. But I also feel sometimes that maybe I'm just working myself up, because it's not that anybody needs these numbers from me. So, you know.
So you can always get hold of them. But by paying attention to them. So what did you pay attention to there in that exercise?
Okay, so in this exercise, what I was then remembering, or what came back to me was, you know, we have these by country, and how is each country doing, and that's a measure that we kind of weekly kind of measure them on.
So show me where the countries are.
So there's Oman, UAE, and Qatar, and then basically UAE being the biggest is always trailing, but these two are always doing better because they have lesser customers and then there are lesser issues around their invoices.
Okay.
So these are more stable and they are always close to
The stable?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're close to the target, whereas UAE is kind of slipping.
Okay.
So that is the variation. So if I just remember these, then I just need to actually focus on UAE. Yeah.
And did you see just with her unconscious, they're stable. And did you see how both of them were absolutely the same?